Right now, there's a grown man crying in a parking lot because 11 millionaires he's never met lost a game. Sounds pathetic? Here's the twist. Scientists hooked fans like him to monitors and found his body reacting as if he lost, not watched, lost. Your brain is running a scam on you every weekend. Let me show you the evidence. Let's start with something uncomfortable. When your team wins, you say, "We won." When they lose, you say, "They lost." You think that's just a figure of speech. It's not. It's a documented psychological reflex with a name, a date, and a lab coat attached to it. In 1976, psychologist Robert Cialdini and his team did something delightfully sneaky. They counted what university students wore on Mondays after football games. After a win, campus was drowning in team jerseys and school colors. After a loss, suddenly everyone dressed like they'd never heard of sports. Cialdini called it burging, basking in reflected glory, and its evil twin, corfing, cutting off reflected failure, is why your uncle always knew this coach was garbage exactly 90 seconds after the final whistle. Here's the part nobody tells you. You're not watching football. You're renting an identity, and your brain is paying the bill in hormones. In 1998, researcher Paul Bernhard measured testosterone in fans watching a World Cup match. Not players, fans, sitting on couches, doing absolutely nothing athletic. Fans of the winning team, testosterone up roughly 20%. Losing fans, it dropped. Let me repeat that. Your endocrine system responded to a game you had zero physical involvement in as if you personally had won or lost. A fight. Your brain cannot tell the difference between your victory and your team's victory. That's not fandom, that's biochemical identity theft, and you signed the contract at birth. And it gets weirder. Studies of fans during high-stakes matches show cortisol, the stress hormone, spiking to levels comparable to genuinely threatening situations. Your ancient survival machinery is treating a penalty shootout like a predator in the grass. Which raises the obvious question. Why would evolution build something this ridiculous? Because it's not ridiculous. It's a feature running on outdated hardware. For most of human history, your survival depended on one thing, belonging to a group that would fight for you. Exile meant death. So evolution built you a brain that craves tribes the way it craves sugar, desperately, automatically, and with terrible judgment about the source. In the 1970s, psychologist Henry Tajfel ran the famous minimal group experiments. He divided strangers into teams based on literally nothing, a coin flip, a preference for one painting over another. Within minutes, people favored their meaningless team and discriminated against the other one. No history, no stakes, no reason. Just, your team blue now, and boom, instant tribalism. Now, think about what football hands your brain. Colors, chants, a shared enemy, ritual gatherings every weekend, war paint, anthems, and a battlefield with clearly marked territory. Football didn't invent tribalism. Football is tribalism with a fixture list. You're not a fan. You're a Stone Age human who found a legal, socially acceptable outlet for machinery that used to coordinate actual raids. The stadium is the safest war humanity ever invented. Here's the angle nobody talks about. Football isn't competing with other sports. It's competing with church. Sociologist Emil Durkheim describes something called collective effervescence, that electric, self-dissolving feeling when a crowd moves and feels as one. He studied religious rituals, but check a football match. Sacred ground, ritual clothing, chanting, weekly gatherings, saints and sinners, miracle stories, and genuine belief that your suffering means something. As traditional religion declined across the developed world, stadium attendance didn't. Your brain needs transcendence, moments where I dissolves into we, and it will get them somewhere. Some people meditate, some people pray. You scream at a linesman. Neurologically, closer than you'd like to admit. Suffering is the subscription fee. Now for the truly counterintuitive part. You'd think fans of successful teams would be the most devoted.
Wrong. Research on fan loyalty consistently shows that shared suffering bonds groups more powerfully than shared success. Anthropologists studying painful rituals, and yes, watching your team blow a lead in the 94th minute counts as ritual pain, find that groups who suffer together fuse their identities together. This is why nobody respects the guy who became a fan during a trophy run, but everyone respects the fan who endured decades of misery. Suffering isn't the bug in fandom, suffering is the product. Your team losing isn't failing you, it's initiating you. There's even a name for the extreme version, identity fusion. Anthropologist Harvey Whitehouse studied fans of chronically losing teams and found something wild. The most miserable fans showed bonding levels comparable to combat veterans, not casual loyalty, brotherhood forged in fire loyalty. Your team's incompetence is literally welding you to strangers. Behavioral economists call the underlying trap the sunk cost fallacy. You've invested 20 years of emotional agony, so quitting now would mean the pain was for nothing. But your brain reframes it beautifully. The pain wasn't waste, it was loyalty. It was proof. Congratulations, you're in a relationship your brain refuses to let you leave, and it renamed the hostage situation passion. And here's the sickest twist. The pain physically helps. Study shows social pain and physical pain activate overlapping brain regions, but suffering together triggers endorphin release, nature's painkiller and bonding drug. That post-defeat pint with your devastated friends, that's not coping, that's your brain's opium den. You're chemically addicted to losing well. One more piece. Humans are narrative addicts. Dopamine research shows your reward system fires hardest not at predictable rewards, but at uncertain ones, the same mechanism that makes slot machines dangerous. Neuroscientist Wolfram Schultz's landmark monkey experiments proved dopamine peaks when reward probability sits near 50-50, maximum uncertainty. Now check the numbers. A football match is one of the least predictable events in all of sports, with underdogs winning far more than in basketball or tennis. Football is, statistically, the perfect drug. Football is an unscripted drama where the writers don't know the ending either. Redemption arcs, villains, betrayals, last-minute miracles delivered on a variable reward schedule that would make a casino designer weep with envy. Netflix costs money, and you know it's fake. Football is free chaos starring people you've decided to love. And unlike Netflix, football never ends. There's no series finale, no cancellation. The story regenerates every season with new villains, new prodigies, new grudges. Psychologists call unresolved stories open loops, and your brain despises leaving them open. Football is a cliffhanger with no final episode. You didn't binge it binged you. So, are you fake? Here's the resolution, and it's better than you expect. You've maybe felt embarrassed about this. Grown adult, mood ruined by strangers, wearing another man's name on your back. But everything we've covered says the opposite. Your fandom is one of the most human things about you. It's your belonging instinct, your ritual hunger, your narrative addiction, and your tribal chemistry all finding a harmless place to live. The person who says it's just a game is technically correct and completely missing the point. It was never a game. It's a tribe, a temple, a soap opera, and a hormone dispenser wearing a game as a disguise. So no. You're not really a football fan. You're a beautifully obsolete survival machine that found the perfect modern habitat. And honestly, of all the things your Stone Age brain could have attached itself to, this one comes with snacks.